One person goes missing every hour, say campaigners. Thousands of Syrian activists have been arrested or disappeared during the protests against President Assad. Many others have been killed. Despite the dangers, small groups of women have been organising meetings and protests behind the scenes. Channel 4 News has managed to get into the capital, Damascus, without official permission. We're keeping our reporter's identity hidden, along with many of the activists who agreed to be filmed despite the threat to their own safety. Here is our reporter's personal account.
Nearly all the images the world has seen of Syria's revolution have been on YouTube, posted by activists. Shaky, grainy footage showing the violent crackdown by the Syrian regime. Most foreign journalists are banned from Syria, but I managed to get in. Working undercover, I hear from the victims of violence and meet the women playing a leading role in trying to bring down President Bashar Assad.
It's enough. When a blood in the streets, it's enough.
We must stop killing and say I'm sorry and get out.
In the old town of Damascus, there's an air of normality. President Assad's image is everywhere. The well-groomed and benign face of the regime.
Wow, beautiful, huh?
I come across a pro-government rally suggesting all is well in Syria. This is the image the government wants the world to see. But just a mile away, the 4-month-old revolution is gathering pace in the suburbs and back streets of Damascus. I'm told about a secret meeting of women protesters. They are nervous about being filmed, and some decide to hide their faces. 21-year-old Zayda tells me how she was tortured by the police.
Women are subjected to many abuses and repression. When I was arrested, they beat me up and humiliated and tortured me.
Zayda shows me footage of her arrest, filmed by another protester, which clearly shows the Muhabarat, the secret police, bundling her into a nearby building after just a few seconds of protesting. She says they held her in a cold cell with 10 other people for 5 days.
I had to sign a false statement, and they tried to blackmail me, to force me not to work against them. I am still in danger, but we should continue our struggle. We don't want this regime.
The women say, despite this brutal treatment, there is no going back. One woman agrees to talk to me without disguising her face. Serene is a human rights lawyer who has taken to defending protesters in the courts.
This dangerous job is not legal here. Huh?
Yes, but I am a brave heart.
The next night I travel across town to meet Serene. She shows me a video of her husband being arrested. Even though he's an eminent doctor, he was not safe from the secret police.
This is my husband.
Yeah.
They put something in his mouth to don't say freedom. We are not a thieves. You see?
What happened when they're in the car?
They fight him. This is in.
How do you feel when you see now?
I am angry, so angry, and I cry alone.
Serene says her husband was severely tortured, but has now been released. Like him, she has also been arrested and interrogated.
How did you feel? Did you come out hating the government more after prison?
No, I don't hate anyone. We deserve a beautiful life. You see?
You think Syria is going to have a beautiful life?
Why not? I am not pessimistic. I am optimistic.
In Damascus, pockets of protesters live side by side with government supporters. There are many here who support the president and fear what Syria will be without him. One night I come across a small pro-government rally involving a handful of kids. They seemed enthusiastic, but only went round the block a couple of times before calling it a day. I'm led to a house to meet Manal and friends, who are planning a protest in a central Damascus market. They are discussing ways to defend themselves against the secret police.
So I told them to take some of these sprays just to put it in their eyes, okay? And there's some men to protect them.
But if you spray their eyes, maybe they'll kill you.
No. If you spray anyone's eyes, you don't know what's going on. Yeah. Would you like to try?
No, thank you.
Okay.
4 months into the struggle, with so many arrests, activists have had to come up with new and safer ways of protesting. The idea is to pull off what they call a flying protest, a type of flash mob. A few minutes of public opposition and then they disperse. The aim is to make their point before the secret police arrive. As one woman is approached, all the other protesters melt away. She is questioned by the officer and released. The flying protest is brief, but the women believe it is effective. Back at Manal's house, she tells me they are planning more of these flash mob protests.
Now here in Syria, in Damascus, in Yetḥadين, in Al-Kabun, in Barza, it's like every day.
Protest?
Yes.
Every day?
Every day.
Do you not worry about your safety?
Everyone is worried about the safety. Everyone.
I've seen the inner workings of the activist movement, but I haven't seen a large-scale protest. When 2 men are killed by government troops, I'm invited to the funeral. Getting there is a 30-minute drive outside Damascus, sneaking past checkpoints and security.
There's other people filming. So it's okay to film?
Because you are foreign. Because you are foreign.
It's illegal for large groups of people to gather in Syria, so funerals have become a focal point of anti-government protest. This is a police state where informers are likely to be in the crowd. It's extremely dangerous for all the people here. An elderly woman takes the stage and a hush falls over the crowd. Muntaha is the daughter of a Syrian hero, Sultan Pasha, the man who fought the French colonialists in the 1920s and 30s. She's a powerful symbol of revolution and one of the most outspoken critics of the regime.
This shows how angry people are about the last 40 or 50 years of Hafiz Assad and his son's regime. Now they've reached an explosive point. They will explode. The first spark started with Tunisia, Egypt, Yemen, and then Libya. The people here decided to do what their Arab brothers did, to live with dignity or die.
This is the closest I've come to the energy and passion of the revolution. Thousands of people shouting one message. We want the fall of the regime. The Syrian people are one. I think back to what the women activists told me, how they have come so far, and now they say there is no going back.
We cannot identify our reporter, and we should say that all the women who did appear in that film were happy to be identified.